Hi everyone, it is me, Jordan Long here, or Jordan Long here, and today I'm going to talk about, you know, the hardships that comes with being a show player. Now, yes, I'm a show player, and I only play in films and shows. I do showings, I don't do plays, you know, and one of the hardships is if you work half time as a show player, you get shit for it, you know. And some film businesses and show businesses, you know, kind of get pissed off if you can only work half time. Because I have dealt with some folks that were not so, would say, kind to me, you know, that were not so, kind to me due to that. Cut? You didn't do that right. What do you mean I didn't do that right? You didn't. You didn't say the thing the way I thought you should say it. Well, I am so sorry that I can't meet your standard of how you think I should play the self. Did you have any learning? No, I never went to playing classes, that's what you call. No, I didn't have to go to any play learning to be a show player. Well, you know what? We can always get someone else to play you. Is that the way you feel about it? Yeah, that's the way I feel about it. Yeah, well, this is good because I didn't like being in this anyway. I'm not making it up. That did happen. I did have either a leadership crafter or showrunner or a show overseer or whatever tell me that they didn't like the way I was playing the self. And every time I would do the self, they'd say cut, like I was doing something wrong. You know? And they did ask him, and he did ask me, oh, did I ever go to a show playing class? And I told him, no, I did not. And he didn't like to hear that. So I picked up and I left. Wasn't going to take that bullshit. He's in working half time. I'm going to take that bullshit. Another thing that some show players have to deal with, if they are lucky or not so lucky, is being casted. Now, a lot of folks out there are going to think that, it's smooth. You come in, you say some words, and then they cast you. It doesn't always work out that way. Well, I want to say, thank you for like coming in and all, Jordan, but you don't quite look like what we think the self should look like. What do you mean? Um, I don't know. It just I incite the self looking a little unlike. It has nothing to do with you. All right, that's just how I think the self should look like. Well, what do you think the self should look like? Because I'm Far Eastern. Yes, you are Far Eastern, and we are looking for someone who is Far Eastern, but you just don't meet the standard and my insight of what that self looks like. Oh, am I going to get gelded for this time? Yeah, I'm going to get gelded for this time. Yeah, we'll make scene you send it right to my boundary reckoning. Alright, we'll do that. And hopefully it's half-time work. I don't want you to... I can't get full yield or full spend because I'll lose all my Team Stronghold income help backing. Don't worry about that. And that never goes. That doesn't... And that's hard. Because when you're a show player, you are hoping to be casted to play a self the way that someone incites the self looking like. And if you don't meet the standards or their insight of what the self that they're casting looks like, it is hard to deal with it. You know? And I do not belong to no show playing guild at all. so I don't have to worry about any of the bullshit that comes along with being belong to a guild. Like, here, you gotta yield a fee to the guild, then you gotta follow their oversights and bullshit. So it's almost if you're working for them and not working for the show playing business or the film business or the play business or whatever. Well, that's it. We're all going on strike. Sorry, I'm not going on strike. Why? Because I don't belong to your guild, so I'm not going to go play the bullshit strike game. And since I don't belong to your guild, I'm not going to give you a fee each month, and I don't have to follow any of your oversights. Hey, that's your loss. But just keep in mind, if we don't go on strike, then the leadership, the ownership and leadership won't give us, good working settling or good gout or something. Well, okay, you can go bullshit out if you want to do your bullshit thing, but keep in mind, you're not getting gouted for your unstrike bullshit. Yeah, I don't belong to any show playing guild because all it is bullshit. They make you have to yield a fee to them. They make it where you have to follow their bullshit oversights. So, yeah, it's almost if you're working for them instead of working for the film business, the show business, the play business, whoever you're working for. So, those are some of the things that being as a show player you got to go through. And if you don't belong to a guild, which I do not, thank God, but the other two, not playing the self the way they want you to play the self, or not being casted as the self that they incite the self looking like. Those are the two big things I go through. A guild? Fuck the guild. I don't belong to any show playing guild. If you like this film, give this film a like, share, and playlist it, and I'll see you later.